What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dueling Aces. I hope your Saturday is off to a fantastic start. Let's start today's show with recapping what happened yesterday. Mike and I gave out 2 plays each, and we both went 1-1, going 2 for 2 on the day. And that moves us to 55 and 30 for a 65% hit rate with Mike on the show. And then overall, we are 66 and 38 for a cool 63% on the year. Let's keep that going today. I think we've got a good chance to sweep all 3 picks that I'm going to give out to you guys. And I really think these are some pretty solid looks. We've got a really good head-to-head matchups here and a couple of these, and we've got a really young budding star that I really like to back, and we've been cashing a lot of money on him. So let's start there. Our pick number 1 today is going to be Noah Cameron of the Kansas City Royals to go 17.5 outs against the San Diego Padres. He is actually perfect on the road, going 3 for 3, 100%, while the Padres currently are ranked dead last versus left-handed pitchers the last 30 days in average with a .199 and OPS, while they are second to last in on-base percentage versus left-handed pitchers over the last 30 days. What I like about Cameron here is his whip is a .90. He has a .172 batting average against, and his ERA is 1.91 through his first 7 games of his career in the major leagues. He does have the stuff to navigate this lineup very well. As you see, the first 5 games of his career, he went over this line, and the first 4, actually, he hit 19 in all 4. I think he broke a record hitting the most outs or hitting the most innings to start a career. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. What I really like about this is I'm really liking to fade the Padres offense right now. As you look down here at the rankings, like I said, I guess things have changed a little bit since yesterday when I did the write-up, but still third to last in average, second to last in on base percentage, dead last in OPS, third to last in BABIP, and dead last in WRC plus the last 30 days to left-handed pitchers. And look, Noah Cameron, he's got an expected ERA of 3.09 and an expected batting average against of .225, and he does a really good job of keeping the barrels missed. He's at a 89 percentile, allowing just 5% barrels hit, so he's really good at limiting damage, and I really like this look for our first play of the day. Second play of the day, we are going to go to Merrill Kelly of the Arizona Diamondbacks to go over 17.5 outs. Unlike Zach Gallen against the Rockies, who always struggles, Kelly has really owned this lineup, cashing 4 straight head-to-head, and has one of the best BVPs I have seen. All 10 hitters see him below 200, at 200 batting average. As we can see over here, we can navigate over here, and all we see is red here. Every single hitter has not seen him very well. They all have very low OPSs. There's only one batter, Beck, who has a .600 OPS against him, and that's still not very good. 9 of them hitters are under a 200 batting average mark against him. And even though the Rockies have been raking at the plate lately, they're just facing a vet who can get crafty outs. Kelly has a .207 batting average against. He has a 1.02 whip. He also has a 25% K rate, which should be able to keep them off balance and generate some soft contact. Overall, he has cashed this 9 of his last 13, 7 of his last 10, 6 of his last 8 overall, and he's cashed 3 straight on the road, hitting 21 twice. What I like about those as well is against this lineup in 123 plate appearances, he also has a 25% K rate, a 6.5% walk rate, a .122 average, and a .173 WOBA. Today, he's got an expected batting average against this lineup of .205 and an expected WOBA of .262. I just don't see how Kelly doesn't find a way to get through these guys again, especially after Gallen got pretty roasted there. Actually, I think it was the 4th and 5th inning. He gave up a lot of runs. So I think Kelly can just navigate this lineup. Obviously, it's always a little scary to go into cores and take pitchers against them, but we've cashed them all season long. We've picked good spots against the Rockies. We really should have been on Gallen under outs yesterday. He was set at 17.5, and we thought it might have been a trap line, just like Yamamoto was against the Padres the day before. So we stayed off Gallen yesterday, which we shouldn't have because it cashed with ease like we thought it would. So yeah, I think that's another good look. And then for Bet number 3 is going to be a two-leg parlay, and the first leg of that is going to be, again, Merrill Kelly. I'm gonna grab him at 4 strikeouts here. He's just got a really good matchup against one of the teams that strikes out the most in baseball. Kelly has 4 plus in 4 straight head-to-head matchups. He has 4 and 5 at Colorado in his last 2, and he's been lights out this season with 8 straight games of 6+ strikeouts. He's got 3 straight of 7+, and he's cashed 5 of his last 6, while 3 straight on the road, he has hit 8, 6, and 8 versus 3 teams that are far superior than the Rockies. And even at Coors, where the elevation can affect pitches with a ton of spin and curve, I just think he can still generate enough swings and misses and find 4 strikeouts. He should be able to get to probably about 6 strikeouts. So if you wanted to push this and get this parlay into plus money territory, I gave it out at minus 127. If you want to push Kelly at 5, that's fine. I just last year he did land on 4 once, and he landed on 5. So five's 5 should be fine. I think he can get to 6 today the way he's been pitching, but just with cores, I like to play these parlays safe, and I think 4 strikeouts is really a good number for him. We'll go back over to the second leg here. Jose Soriano. I'm not really sure why they have him at under 18.5 outs today. He really should be at 17.5, and really based off of his home record, you want to say, it's not very good. This is really one of the key plays that I wanted to target here. I love Soriano on the road. If you look at his track record on the road, he does tend to go 18 a lot. But at home, he just doesn't hit this. And I think this line is set because of recency bias. He's cashed 21 in back-to-back starts. Like I said, I love him on the road, but just at home, he's only went over this one time in his last 2 seasons, and it was his last start against the Athletics, who were really struggling early in June to generate runs. Since then, the Athletics have won like 6 or 7 of the last 8 games. I think it would be a little different story if he saw them right now. Um, at home, his ERA and his batting average really balloons up to a 5 ERA, and his batting average at home allowed is .290. Against this lineup, the Astros are just really hitting right now. And in Los Angeles, the weather's heating up, the wind's picking up. It's one of the top, run scoring producing ballparks when all the conditions are perfect, and that's kinda where they are right now. So it's a very dangerous position for him right now. Against a Houston offense that right now is hitting pretty well. They're ranked 7th overall, average-wise, and 14th on base percentage for the season. But last 30 days, they have the 2nd best average against right-handed pitchers. They have the 3rd best BABIP, and their OPS and WRC plus really aren't that bad, ranking 13th overall. Um, I just don't really see how he's gonna get past 18 outs. I can see him getting 18 outs today, but I also can see him getting pulled at 15 or 16 today, especially if the Astros offense is really hitting. Going over to look at the BVP, he's only seen 4 of the hitters. Pena and Paradas, they have not gotten a hit off him, but Walker and Dubon both hit over 500 against them. I just think he's gonna have a really hard time navigating Altuve early up in the lineup. And then, yeah, with Christian Walker coming over from Houston, I think that's really been a nice spark plug for them. So with the Altuve and Walker and trying to navigate this lineup today, I can see Soriano walking some guys. He's typically a walker, as we see in most of his starts. He has 2 plus walks. He has 3 and 4 in a ton of starts. So if he's giving up walks, yeah, he's hit 2 walks, and it looks like 8 or 9 of his last 10 starts here. So, yeah, 9 of his last 10 starts, he's went over 2 walks. So if he's walking guys, throwing a bunch of balls, while also he can also get strikeouts. So if he's sitting at 4 or 5 strikeouts and 2 or 3 walks, I really don't see how he's going to get to 18 outs today. So let's do a rundown real quick of the 3 bets, and we'll get out of here. First bet was Noah Cameron over 17.5 outs. The second bet was Merrill Kelly over 17.5 outs. And then the third bet was a parlay of Merrill Kelly 4 strikeouts with Jose Soriano to go under 18.5 outs. I appreciate everybody's support. Hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday, have a fantastic weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to record tomorrow or not. Mike and I will surely be back on Monday. So I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Let's cash these tickets. Have a good one.